He's going to try and hit this one. Son off the bar. Gives it back to Basuma. Looking for the run of Son. Finds it. Son's in. Basuma finds him again. And I'm going to cross this in. Lucas Moura. He's so close. Welcome everyone, my name's Adrian, and with FIFA 23 just round the corner, it's time for a last minute career mode on FIFA 22 with the team I support. Yes, that's right, it's Tottenham Hotspur. So what is the plan for this career mode? Well, this season it's to take Tottenham back to the elite level of football, which of course is the Champions League, which they aren't in FIFA 22, and long term the aim has to be to win the Premier League and win the Champions League. So without hesitation, let's get into it. So here we have the Tottenham squad, and for this career mode I'm going to try and keep it as realistic as possible, and I'm going to stick to the current Conte Tottenham way, and that is 3 at the back with 2 in midfield and of course the 3 up front. And actually looking at our team, we're pretty good up front. We've got Kulusevski, Kane and Son. We've also got Richarlison, we've got Lucas Moura on the bench, and I think we've got Brian Hill, who's 77 rated, who actually has a lot of good potential as well. So I think we're pretty much sorted up front. We've also got Perisic who can slot in at wing back and at the top as well. Central midfield, we've got Højbjerg, we've got Bentancur, decent rated, we've got Basuma as well. And I think we've also got Oliver Skip. Yes, we do. He's 77. He's got a decent rating as well. He's also got decent potential. So I think we are pretty well stocked in midfield as well. The big question is going to be at the back. So wing back, we've got Sessegnon, 75 at the moment. He does have decent potential, so I am going to stick with him. We do also have Perisic who can slot in there. And at centre back, Romero, Dyer, Davies. We've also got Longley, we've got Sanchez, and we've also got Tanganga as well. So we are a little bit light in quality at centre back, as we are, of course, in real life. And at right wing back, we've got Emerson Royale, who, to be fair, has got a decent rating, probably a better rating than I would have thought he would have had considering his in-life performances. We've also got Doherty at 77, not so great, but we do have Jed Spence, who is 73, so not the best rated right now, but he does have incredible potential. So I think if we're looking at signings, it's probably going to be somewhere in this defensive line. I don't know whether or not I'm going to go for a right wing back, but we do have Royale. We do have Jed Spence, who's got some decent potential, but definitely at centre-back, that is definitely something where we can look to try and improve in terms of our transfers. And in terms of transfers, what do we have to play with? So we got 156 mil. I did give us a little bit of a transfer boost in terms of the actual budget. That is because obviously this is only FIFA 22, we don't have Romero and Kulusevski in our team. Well, we do have them in our team, but we have them on loan. So I do have to give myself at least a little bit more money to try and bring them in permanently. And then hopefully that will give us a little bit more money to hopefully try and bring in at least one player. I am going to set myself a little bit of a rule, just so it doesn't get a bit silly, me kind of bringing in and transferring out loads of different players. I'm only going to allow myself 3 incoming players, and I'm going to allow myself 3 outgoing players as well. So going to be pretty interesting to see how I get on in terms of that. So let's talk about outgoings first. I have got a few different players on the loan list, and I've got a few different players on the transfer list. In terms of loans, obviously I'm looking to loan out all of my younger players. I've tried to loan at least everyone who's pretty much under the age of 20. I've got a few in here in particular that I think will really be good for us in the future. We've got Dane Scarlett, Alfie Devine and Piscozzi as well. So I think those 3 in particular are really going to be quite important. So I'm going to hope that they get loan moves out this season especially. And in terms of transfers, I've looked to transfer out quite a few of our players. I know I said I have a limit of 3. That only applies to first team players. So a lot of these young players, I'm going to hopefully look to move on. They've either got 12 months left on their contract or they just aren't particularly good. But in terms of the first team, first of all, the main person I'm putting on the transfer list is Matt Doherty. He's rated 77. He's 29 years of age. We've got Emerson Royale at 22. We've got Jed Spence as well, who's got a lot of potential. So I think Matt Doherty is someone that we could potentially lose and recoup quite a lot of money. He's got value at 8 mil, so I definitely think I can get some decent funds in for him as well. And the other one is Japhet Tanganga. I said that I was light in central defence. I'm pretty much light on quality, to be honest. He's only rated 74. I don't really know too much about his potential. He is valued at 8 mil, and I think if we can get rid of Doherty and Tanganga, we can bring in some decent funds on top of the funds we've already got, and we can really go big for a centre-back. But before we go big on a centre-back, first things first, we've got to go big on a centre-back we've already got at the club, and that is Christian Romero. So I'm going to firstly look to bring Christian Romero and Dejan Kulusevski into the club, and it already looks like I've got a settle to buy option for 48.6 mil. So I will pay that, and I will start by negotiating his contract. So let's get started with the negotiations then, and we're going to kick us off. They're going to look at the role. Definitely want an important role for him. He's happy with that, no problem. 5-year contract, happy to accept that as well. No problem. Disregard the release clause, do not want that. And in terms of wage and signing bonus, so what is he on at the moment? 46. Is that supposed to be Christian Romero? That looks nothing like Christian Romero. That is ridiculous. Anyway, 46,000 he's on. I'm going to give him 60. I think that's a decent one. And then I'm going to give him a signing bonus of, let's just say, signing bonus of 300k. I think that's decent. Hopefully he will take that. Submit that offer. He's clean to stay at the club. 64, decent sign-on bonus, no problem. Let's accept that, get that done, and that is Christian Romero, our first signing of the season. So let's get on to signing number 2, and it will be Dejan Kulusevski that I'm going to look to bring in. We don't have a fee already agreed with him, so I'm going to have to thrash this out with his agent. He's valued at 29 mil at the moment. I'm going to go straight in and go for 30. I think that's a fair offer, and see what they say. 30 mil, he wants 21.1 and Bentancur. Okay, well, you're not getting Bentancur, so we're going to counter that. Remove his exchange. Propose a new transfer fee. I'm going to go to, let's go to 29 and see what they say. 29.1. Submit that. They want 36.4 and they want an add-on. They want a sell-on clause. So let's get rid of that sell-on clause and let's propose a new transfer fee. Let's go 36.5. I'm pretty happy with that 36.5. Hopefully they will take that. A little too low, 37.5. Fine, we'll take that. Got decent money for Romero, and that will be Dejan Kulusevski as our second signing for Spurs on this career mode. There we go. 2 early new signings. Happy days. Important to bring 2 important players to the club on a permanent basis. And then that leaves us room for another signing. Now, let's firstly have a look to see how much money we have left. We have 107 mil, so actually that will give us a huge chunk of money that we can bring in a centre-back. So let's have a little look at the kind of centre-backs I'm looking for on this career mode. So we've got a few different options on my shortlist. I've got Jules Koundé from Seville, I've got Soleil from Red Bull Salzburg, Jimenez from Atletico Madrid, Tapsoba from Leverkusen, Skriniar from Inter, Niklas Süle from Bayern Munich, Klostermann from Leipzig, and Lacroix from Wolfsburg. You'll see I've gone quite big on a couple of different ready-made centre-backs like Skriniar, Süle, Jimenez, Koundé, and I've also got a few like Soleil and Lacroix as well, who are young enough that hopefully they will still be decent, but they also have a massive amount of potential as well. So I'm kind of waiting on some scout reports for quite a few of these players, so I'm not actually going to make the move just yet. I'm going to play a few pre-season games, wait for those scout reports to come in, and then hopefully I'll be able to make my third and final transfer of this career mode. But speaking of pre-season games, let's go and have a look and see what pre-season games we have. So I've signed up for the pre-season, I think it's the South American International Continental Cup. I don't know what it was. It was a long name anyway. So we've got Napoli, we've got Club America, and we've got River Plate as well in our calendar and in our group, I should say. So we're going to start off with Club America. We're going to then go to River Plate, and then we're going to finish off with Napoli. And depending, obviously, on how we get on, obviously, then there might be 1 or 2 more games we are going to play as well. I'm actually going to play all of these. I'm not going to sim them. I am going to go ahead and play them. I'm going to test out this 3 at the back formation that Conte loves so much in real life. So enough of the talking. Let's get on with it. So as I said, we are going to stick with 3 at the back. We're also going to go full first team as well. So we've got Lloris in goal, Sessegnon at left wing back, Emerson Royale at right wing back, Davis, Dyer and Romero in the centre. Got Bentancur and Højbjerg in the central midfield. We've got Son, Kane and Kulusevski as the front 3 up front. Let's see how we get on. Just looking at the run, couldn't quite get there. I think that was Kulusevski. Bentancur wins it though. There's no one in the centre of the park. This is the problem. I don't often play 3 at the back. I normally play 4-3-3, so I'm used to having an extra man in midfield. So just having the 2, I think it's going to be quite interesting to see how I get on. I feel like there's just going to be a gaping hole in the middle of the park. So I'm slightly worried, but we'll see how we get on. Sprays it out wide. Valdez, lovely take from Son, intercepts, he's got the pace to get away. He's going to spray it here. Kane's in the centre. Can he give it to him? No, he can't. That is poor from Son. Should have released it earlier. Could have been 1-0. Bentancur wins it in the air. Højbjerg plays it to Son. He's looking for the run of Sessegnon. Doesn't find him. Bentancur gives it away. And it's easy. Easy for them to get away from us now. They only have one up front though, so not really much of a counter-attack going on. We manage to get back into position. But they do have options now. Striker has it. Vinas. The winger was offside. Lovely interception there from Dyer. He's going to just chip it up here to Kulusevski. Wins it in the air. Kane plays it over the top for Son. He's got space to run into here. He's going to try and hit this one. Son off the bar. Unbelievable stuff there from Son. Almost our first goal. So close, but yet so far. And now they're away again. Aquino. Lanez. Valdez. Dos Santos tries to play the ball in. Doesn't quite make it. Dyer blocks the shot. Goes to Lloris. Yeah, he could have saved that. That was poor Lloris. You could have done more with that. They will now have a corner. Throw this one in. Good head away. Kane back defending. Fidalgo. Otero. Valdez. Leon. Otero. Playing it around nicely just in front of the box. But it is 0-0 at half-time. Not really too much in the way of chances. Only Son's one shot which he hit the bar. But to be honest, I'm struggling in this formation. I'm struggling to find numbers in the midfield. And I don't know how long I'm going to be able to keep this Conte formation up. I'll be completely honest. What's going on here? We're very, very slack. Maybe it's a pre-season game. I don't know. But we win that one. But Kane has no options whatsoever. He looks for Son out wide. And he does find him. And Son has Bentancur. Sorry, he has Højbjerg in the middle. And Højbjerg. What are you doing, Bentancur? Hit that one. Oh, my goodness. That was poor. He's got the rain jacket on. Not happy with that. Kulusevski, I don't know why Bentancur, I don't know why I passed it to Kulusevski. I should have just hit it. Could have been 1-0. That's my fault, to be honest, but I will blame the player. As we now have a corner, we're going to try and swing this in near post again. Son swings it in. Kane is there. He's not there. Keeper mops it up. Thought we were going to be in there. We are not. Bentancur, we're just playing it around the outside. There's just no options at all. Gives it to Richarlison. Where is my midfield? There is no one in midfield. Fortunately, Romero's coming up, but I can't really find him. Bissouma gives it to Richarlison. It's too much on it. Almost there. Just a little bit less on that ball. We could have found ourselves in as they get away again. And Otero absolutely does. Matt Doherty. There's a reason he's on the transfer list. He is not covering himself in glory. And to be honest, I actually forgot to put Spence on the bench. So that was actually my fault. I will do that for the next pre-season game. So we've got Davies here. Son. Looks to play in Perisic. He does play him in. Richarlison's in. Richarlison can't get enough on it. The goalkeeper mops it up and clears it away. Son wins that back. Davies. We are very much in control now. Bentancur to Richarlison. Out wide to Doherty. Throws this one in. Bissouma trying to get there. Can't get there enough. Bentancur's going to win this again. Richarlison. But that is it. It is game over. And it is 0-0 for our first pre-season game. Not the result I wanted. We didn't play particularly well. I'm trying to get used to this 3 at the back, 2 in midfield formation. And I think it's going to take some time to get used to it. So here we are then on to pre-season game number 2. I'm keeping the same formation, but I have switched up the lineup a little bit. I've got Lloris in goal. Jed Spence is going to make his pre-season debut at right wing-back. Perisic replaces Sessegnon at left wing-back. Longley, Sanchez and Romero in central defence. Basuma and Skip will replace Højbjerg and Bentancur. And I've kept the same front three with Kane, Son and Kulusevski. So here we go, pre-season game at number 2. Kane will kick us off and he will give it to Oliver Skip, who in real life I'm really hoping will get back into our team, to be fair, because he has been really good for us. I'm hoping he's going to be able to get some minutes on this FIFA game as well, as Romero now takes it out from the back, gives it to Basuma. He's looking for Son out wide. Already this is a better start than we made last time. Perisic now down the wing. Has he got the pace? He does. He's going to whip this one in. It's not the best ball. Kane not able to get there, but Skip is. He's not, as he gives it away, and they will try and counter-attack, but they can't really do much. And I thought they couldn't do much, but don't tell me that is a foul. I don't really know how that's a foul, but either way, Sanchez has given away a foul, and they have a free kick. But Sanchez wins that in the air, and Basuma taken out by their central midfielder. It's a yellow card for Zuccolini, and that is a disgraceful challenge. He's lucky that this is a pre-season game. That could have been a red card if it was a competitive game, so very, very lucky boy. Pinola, Fernandez gives it back to Simon. He's got space out wide, but he chooses the option in the centre. Romero up front. Lloris with a good save, and we are still struggling with this formation. I'm really struggling to get used to this. I do not play with 3 at the back at all when I play FIFA, so I think it's going to be an interesting first few games, especially in pre-season and also in the Premier League, until I get used to this formation, to be completely honest with you. Sanchez makes the block, he does, and he will now release Spence, who has some decent pace, but that is a woeful first touch. He throws it out to Kulusevski, to Son, gives it to Perisic. Got Kane in field. Skip, sorry. To Son. This is the chance. Son, it's deflected. It's Kulusevski. We can't do anything. We can't even get a shot on target at the moment. This is horrendous. So slow from Son there. As Romero, I thought, so slow from him as well. I thought he was going to be able to win that, but he's not. Sanchez heads it back down to the goalkeeper. And that was the best chance of the game. Squandered after some good build-up play from us. But nothing coming. Basuma. Skip. Out wide to Son. To Kane. Back to Son. Kane's run blocked off. But he does manage to get the shot in. And it's a good save from the goalkeeper. And it's the first real chance we've actually had to get a shot on target. Son tries to bring it in. Doesn't do anything with it, but he's offside. Perisic tries to bring it in field. Looks for Basuma. He finds him. Basuma gives it to Kane, who's dropping deep. Kane turns. Gives it back to Basuma. Looking for the run of Son. Finds it. Son's in. And that is another great opportunity that goes begging. Wide from Son. I really do expect better from him in that position. Just him, Kane, Kulusevski. Can't find the shooting boots today. Højbjerg. Skip. Son. Looking for the run of Sessegnon, the substitute. Finds him. Sessegnon, he's going to burst into the box. Is he going to have enough pace? He is. It's the shot from the centre mid. Højbjerg, the substitute. And it's another great save from the goalkeeper. We just can't find the back of the net at the moment. We will have a corner, but it's just not enough. We just can't find the back of the net. I don't know what is going on. I'm going to swing this in to the penalty area this time. I'm not going to go short. Son swings that one in. It's Romero with the head. And the goalkeeper collects, and it remains 0-0. Who again, he's also been pretty decent today, to be fair. Makes the block. It's Emerson Royale to try and get the ball away. Finds the run of Højbjerg. He looks for Lucas Moura. Finds Lucas Moura. Son. Richarlison's there. And finally, we have a goal in pre-season. We do. I thought he was going to be offside there, but it was just him celebrating. Fortunately, we do have a goal. It's 1-0. I was looking for Son at the far post, but Richarlison was there with the volley. It's a great goal, and it is finally Tottenham 1, River Plate 0. Our first goal of pre-season, our first goal of the career mode, and hopefully that will get us off and running. Alvarez. And that is that. Finally, we win our game. We win the game 1-0. It was not the most exciting. We did have a lot of opportunities. We didn't make the most of them. But we win the game. We get on the score sheet. Hopefully that'll be a bit of a confidence boost to the rest of the team. And let's move on to pre-season game number 3. So here we go then, pre-season game number 3. And it's the usual lineup, 3 at the back. Lloris in goal, Sessegnon left wing back, Emerson Royale right wing back, Davis, Sanchez and Romero in defence, Basuma and Bentancur partner each other in the centre of midfield, with Lucas Moura, Richarlison and Brian Hill, the 3 up front. Brian, he's looking for the overlap of Sessegnon, finds him. Sessegnon's got loads of space down the wing. Moura's right at the end, not the cross. Moura gets his head on it, but it's not enough, as it's a yellow card early on in this pre-season game. This is against Napoli, so this will be our toughest test of pre-season so far. That is a ridiculous challenge on Bentancur. Again, he's lucky it's a pre-season game. Could have been a sending off otherwise, but fortunately for him, he stays on the pitch. Gives it to Romero. Nice from... Romero, you've got to be better there. That is poor. Fortunately, there's not much riding on this game, but if that's in the Premier League, it's potentially 1-0, but Napoli can't take advantage. Brian Hill looking for the run of Sessegnon, finds him. Going to drop it back in. Basuma finds him again. And I'm going to cross this in. Lucas Moura, he's so close. It should be 1-0. Oh, if he was only a few inches taller, he would have been there. Cross to the smallest man on the pitch. Not what you want. Sigurdsson for Napoli. Goes past Basuma. What are you doing? Goes past Bentancur as well. Again, wide open in that midfield. They are stretching us. Davies gets there first. But there's no one in the way. But Basuma's in the way. And Bentancur's in the way. And fortunately, we win it back. Can we spring a counter-attack? Quickly, I've got no one. Lucas Moura to Richarlison. Looking for the run of Emerson Royale. Gets the run of Emerson Royale. Lucas Moura! Another chance goes begging for Lucas Moura. This time straight against the goalkeeper. He's getting himself in good positions though. He's doing quite well. Hopefully, he will get one eventually. Oh, Sessegnon, what are you doing? Gives it away, but Basuma wins it back. Gives it to Lucas Moura. Got Richarlison infield, finds him, Brian Gill, finds Sessegnon. Sessegnon's in here. Basuma, what a chance. I was trying to just give that straight to Richarlison, but it went straight across him, all the way to Basuma, and the defender made a brilliant challenge to deny another easy goal for Basuma. And we are creating chances, to be fair. We're just not putting them away, and Bentancur again taking that corner. I keep forgetting to change that. Basuma wins the head. Bentancur going to throw this one in. Brian Hill, the smallest man on the pitch. Brian Hill gets his goal. He starts today for the first time in this pre-season and gets his first goal for Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. Admittedly, it's a pre-season goal, but it's still a goal nonetheless. And we lead 1-0 here against Napoli. Lucas Moura. Perisic back to Moura. Because he's got space here, but I want to get it onto his right foot. I've got options in the box. That is a horrendous cross. I've got the crosses on manual, and sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. And that was very bad. But it does not matter, because that is full time, and that is 1-0 Spurs. Our second win of pre-season, our second 1-0 win. It's not great, but we're winning games, and that is what the most important thing is. And with that win, we are going to progress to the semi-final of this pre-season tournament, but I am actually going to sim this game because we've still got some work to do in the transfer market, and even with me simming it, we've gone and lost the game. We did manage to score, but we've gone out on penalties. Kulusevski and Dyer both missing penalties, so Ajax beat us 4-3, and that means we are out of this pre-season tournament. But it does mean we can now focus on the transfers at hand, and if we look, looks like Napoli won against Milan, but with us being out of that pre-season tournament, that does mean we can now focus on transfers. And speaking of transfers, we've got potential transfer from Ajax, the team that beat us, in Matt Doherty. So 9.5 mil, his value's 8 mil, so I'm actually going to negotiate this. If I can get anywhere upwards of 10, I will be very, very happy with this. So let's see what we can do here and what they are willing to offer us. Let's hold to skip 9.5 mil. Let's propose 30. Yeah, I don't want to get greedy. Let's propose 12. 12 and a half. Let's see what they do. Submit offer. 11. I'll take 11. He's 8 mil. Got him for 11. He's 29 years old. 77 rated. 11 mil. That will do me very nicely. I will take that. No problem at all. So, Matt Doherty, well, hopefully if he accepts the contract, he will be sold to Ajax. And that is £11 million in my bank account. So, very, very happy with that indeed. But just as I say that, agreement on terms couldn't be reached. So, unfortunately, we are still stuck with Matt Doherty. But for some reason, Arsenal want Davinson Sanchez for... How much do they offer him? 17.6. Well, I'm going to reject that. No player of mine is going to Arsenal. Even if you do offer me a decent sum of money, I would like to keep Sanchez. He's a decent backup. So, a little bit frustrating. Hopefully another offer comes in for Matt Doherty. An offer has just come in for Højbjerg and Edin Dzeko as a backup. Wow. That is I wasn't expecting that. No, I'm going to... It's 35. Don't need Edin Dzeko. I've got Richarlison, I've got Kane. And I need Højbjerg. So that will be a straight no for that. So let's advance. Let's see whether or not we can get any other transfers in before deadline day. And speaking of which, Matt Doherty has got another offer, this time from Napoli. So I'm definitely going to try and negotiate this. It's 9.5. If I can get this up to 11 again, or at least over 10, I will be pretty happy with this. So let's see what we can do. 9.5. Let's go to... Oh, no, not 29. Let's go to 12.5 again. Go to 12.5 and see what they'll do. 9.5. I'll counter at 10. I think 10 should be enough. Counter at 10.5. I think that's fair. We can offer 10.5. Okay, they're giving us 10.5. 500 grand less than what I was going to get before, but I'll still take it. So hopefully this time he will agree. Napoli, they're in a better league than Ajax, so hopefully he will agree to that, and we can get him off of our books, and we can concentrate on our signing of an elite centre back. And there we have it. Matt Doherty sold for 10.5 mil, 9 mil allocated to the transfer budget. He is the very first player in this career mode who I will sell. Ben Davies, loan offer from Levante for a 2-year loan. I will reject that. But anyway, Matt Doherty, first player to be sold. I'm pretty happy with that. I got Romero, I've got Emerson Royale, got Jed Spence. I can now very much concentrate on my deal to hopefully sign a centre-back. So here we go then. I've been waiting for all of my scout reports to come back for these centre-backs that I shortlisted. I'm still waiting for Soleil, but I've been waiting for so long. To be honest, I don't really want to wait any longer because I do want to get this transfer done before the first game of the Premier League season. So I'm just going to go ahead and go with one of these options. And to be honest, there's quite a few decent options. Skriniar probably is the one that I would like to go with. He's the highest rated, 86. He can come in, do a job straight away. But he is 71 to 95 million pound, and he's also 26 years of age. So I'm thinking it's possibly either going to be Koundé, or actually I've kind of pivoted a little bit, and I'm thinking I might actually go for Maxence Lacroix because he's only 21. Yes, he's only rated 77, but I think his potential is going to be through the roof. He's 6'3". His athleticism is off the scale. It's 75 overall. He's got 85 acceleration and 95 sprint speed. For a centre-back, that is ridiculous. I was looking at Koundé. Koundé's going to cost me probably between 60 to 70 mil, maybe even more than that. He is about the same age. He does have good options. I can't really... Not really 100% sure which one I'm going to go for, but Koundé's only 5'11", so you know what? I think I'm going to go with Lacroix. I'm going to go with Lacroix. I'm going to see what we can do. What can we get? 20.6. He is the cheapest option here as well, so if I can get him for around 25 mil, I will be very happy with this. So let's see what we can do here in these negotiations. Here we go. So hold to skip. Offer transfer fee. Let's go in at 20 mil. I'll go in at 21. and see what they say. 21, 13.7, but they want Bentancur. Everyone wants Bentancur. Why does everyone want Bentancur? You're not getting Bentancur. He's a decent midfielder. Propose a new transfer fee. Just take my money. Stop trying to take my players. Right, 23. I will go 23.7. Fine, I'll go with that. I'm going to have to look upwards on that. About 30. Right, okay. Well, you're not getting... Remove the sell-on clause. Transfer fee, if I can get it down, let's say to 20. Let's go 26.5. Happy with that. That's right in the middle. Good enough, but we'll accept 31.4. Right, I'm going to go 29. Do I go 29? No, you know what? 31.4. I'll take it. Let's do it. 31.4. I think he's got great potential. Unbelievable athleticism. Let's get him in the door. So 31 mil. Time to negotiate his contract. Hopefully he doesn't ask for anything too extravagant, but we do have quite a big wage budget, so it should be fine to get this tied up pretty quickly. So he wants an important role. That's fine. He's going to have some competition with Dyer and Romero on that right-hand side. Wants a 4-year deal. That's fine. Don't want a release clause. Let's talk about his salary. Oh, no, I don't want to offer him £1. That's not good. Edit. What's he on at the moment? He's on 30.5k a week. Let's give him 50 with a signing bonus of 400. See what he wants. That's a reasonable offer. Okay. Probably could have got him for a lot less than that, but hey ho, we can afford it. That is our third and final signing of this season so far. Maxence Lacroix will come in. He'll fill a gap at the back. Now I just need to sell Tanganga, but Sanchez at 79. I'm pretty happy with that. He will get a lot of game time. We are in Europe. We're in all the cup competitions. I do like to rotate, so I'm pretty happy with that. 77 rated. Unbelievable athleticism. He will definitely long term be at the heart of our defence as well. So I am very, very happy with that. And that is episode 1 all finished. Thank you very much for watching. That is all of our incoming transfers done. We're going to start episode 2 with the first game of the season. Let's have a look to see who we are playing in our next few games. We've got Manchester City to start, we've got Wolves, and then we've got Nottingham Forest at home. So we've got 3 tough fixtures to start episode 2. I'm going to hopefully go through each month per episode as we go along, depending on obviously how many games we have in each month. I might have to sim 1 or 2, but I think for these 3 I will play all 3 of those games as soon as they are the first games in the first month. But that's all our incomings done. I'm going to see whether or not I get any messages for any outgoings, but in the meantime, thanks everyone for watching. That is episode 1 done, so let's head on to episode 2 tomorrow.